In this video, I show you exactly how I get a $25 million business to pay me $3,200 a month to run their social media accounts. I show you absolutely everything in this video, from how I acquired the client to what my offer was, how I make content, and the results that came from it. You can copy my exact strategy and what I did, but make sure you stick to the end of the video for this all to make sense. Let's rewind a little bit to January 2023, when I, like most people, discovered social media marketing through YouTube. I did a really deep dive into it and I thought, why can't I do this myself? I use social media all the time, so I am more than qualified to create content and post it. Now, while most people, myself included, fall into the trap of spending money before you make money, I wanted to try to spend as little as possible. This meant no domain name, no custom contact information. Basically, it would just be me sending clients emails through my personal Gmail. Now, in order to spend as little as possible, I had to be really smart about what I did. So I developed a plan. Basically, I would step 1, get a client. Step 2, figure out my offer based on that client's needs. Step 3, offer a free trial. And step 4, figure out the rest from there. Because I have never done this before and I had almost no clue what I was doing. So step 1, I had to get a client. I made a list of businesses that I would send emails to. This list was basically previous knowledge and some Google Maps research. By the end of it, I sent over 100 emails to local businesses, focusing mainly on restaurants with a few other types mixed in. Now, the email I sent was really bad. And by bad, I mean it was bland. It was missing a lot of details. I didn't have a website, didn't have a portfolio. I didn't really have any brand recognition. It was literally just me saying, hey, my name is Nick, I'm a local, I use your service or I eat at your restaurant, and I think I can improve your social media presence. Now, contrary to how bland this email was and me not having a proper business, I actually received a lot of emails back. Apparently, SMMA is super hot right now, and I had about 40% of people that responded interested. The only issue was I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. Literally no idea. I barely even had an offer, and my email was so bland and basic. I got responses ranging from, what exactly do you do, to what does this email mean? So I responded to a bunch of the emails, and I ended up setting up a meeting with the largest business that was interested. There was still only one issue. I didn't know what to offer. Now, the business I ended up meeting with is a local golf retailer that does over $25 million per year in online and in-store sales. They have a very good looking shop, which instantly gave me ideas on video creation. They also have a huge online presence, so I knew having social proof and social media presence would be very important. This would help aid in exactly what I would try to sell them on. Now, in preparation for what I would offer as far as services go, I did a very deep dive into everything they did online. When doing research, I noticed a few things right away. Their website lacked, like really lacked. The product pages weren't very good. The colors bland, the functionality was okay, the images weren't really HD, and they lacked SEO. Number 2, they had almost no social media presence, like at all. Their Instagram was just over 100 followers, they had no TikTok, their Facebook was subpar, and their LinkedIn was outdated to 2013. And number 3, there was lots of opportunity here. I mean a lot. I didn't need to go crazy with spending paid ads, I would just stick to what I know best. Now, to be clear, I don't want to just completely trash my client, but I'm making a point. They had an obvious hole that needed filling, and this would be perfect for what I would offer. So what exactly did I offer? Well, that's a good question, because the only real skills I have are basic content creation, some editing, I'm pretty good with Photoshop, and I have a lot of experience making viral TikTok accounts. So I drove to that local business, sat down, talked to a few different people, and I ended up offering them organic content creation and branding. Basically, I would fix up their social media accounts, change a bunch of different things, update other things, and create content. This involved mainly organic content and blog posts. This is an example of the type of videos we made.
Stop! That's a dirty club. Let's clean it.
So newsflash, you're telling me that the more a driver is hit, the more a driver is hit.
I thought about running paid ads, but the company I was working with already had a marketing team, so I would stick to my lane, which was social proof. Now, social proof is vital to any business. Before most people buy something, they do a little minute-long deep dive into the socials to make sure the website is legit. Just to prove how important this is, if you're looking to eat at a restaurant and the reviews are 2 out of 5 stars, you most likely won't eat there. Same thing applies here, and I made sure to convey that message in my pitch. And because such a high percentage of this business's revenue was online, I had to make sure that their social proof was very good. I mean, if I could improve their conversion rate by 1 or 2%, I could cut their marketing cost in half, or even by a third. So to sum it up, my offer was content creation. It was creating organic content, posting organic content, and creating blog posts. Now, how I created this content was pretty simple. Because the business was local, I could just drive there, record content, chop it up, and prepare it for the entire week. Now, we did a lot of content. Now, some days I would be there for 6 or 7 hours recording different pieces of content and preparing it for the entire week. And these posts performed really well. We drove a lot of people to their website and most importantly to their physical store. As far as the other side of content, the blog posts were pretty simple, but took me a lot of time. I used Jasper AI to generate the basic content and I would tweak and refine it from there. I would create and add some images, link product pages from the blogs, and overall just make really engaging blog posts. Now, these blog posts did end up getting some views, but it was more for a perception. The perception that this company focused a lot on blog posts and content creation, which added to the overall credibility and the social proof. Again, I just stayed super simple here. It was just create content, post content, and upgrade their online social media presence. Now for the part of the video that we've all been waiting for, which is the results. After working with this client for a few months, here is exactly what we accomplished together. Grew their TikTok page from non-existent to over 2,100 followers, 64,000 likes, and well over 1 million total views, which drove dozens upon dozens of people to the physical retail store. Created over 240 pieces of content, generated over 30 blog posts, updated their LinkedIn, their website about us and product information, grew and updated their Instagram from 100 to 400 followers, grew and updated the Facebook page to over 1,400 likes, raised their overall conversion rate by 0.5%, and sold over $1,000 worth of products through TikTok Shop. Now, for never really doing this before, I would say this was generally a success. These results were a lot better than I was expecting, and especially considering that I was spending around 10 hours average per week worth of work on this, it was well worth it. Now, if you remember earlier in the video, I mentioned that their website needed a lot of work. Well, I ended up making a deal with them to redo the entire thing, and I'm gonna drop a video on that pretty soon. Now, as far as scaling or expanding, I'm still very much on the fence. I have some other projects going on that I'm gonna be making content about that I feel like my time is just, well, better spent. I also have a Discord link in the description. Thank you for watching this video and make sure to subscribe.